The appointment of an LPO receiver is normally regarded as a one-way revolving door. So once an LPO receiver has been appointed, it normally is very rare to find the disinstruction of an LPO receiver. But nevertheless, there's also a possibility with the right expertise that you can negotiate disinstruction. And in certain circumstances, the banks are quite flexible because all they want is the mortgage redeemed. So as long as you can get the finance raised and redeem the mortgage, lenders are quite happy to disinstruct LPO receivers and hand the keys of the asset back. So can you get your property back from an LPO receiver? Yes. What are the key constitutes? First point is you have broken your relationship with the bank. So the mortgagee and the mortgagor now are not in a breach of any of the terms, but have gone beyond breach, but now have gone to default. Now the default is where the bank has the right to appoint an LPO receiver. Once the bank's done that, most banks are probably just interested in getting their money out, because you've shown that you're not responsible in their eyes, obviously, and you're not one to be trusted with money, or you have not kept the property in a certain condition, or that the actual mortgage term for the product has lapsed. So the bank just wants their money out. So in most of the cases, if you can prove or you can determine being able to raise finances to pay the mortgage off, yes, it's not difficult. But most of the problems arise out of properties that are either negatively geared or break even, and that is where the bank is going to find it difficult to let you redeem the mortgage with monies outstanding, because the bank's policy will normally try to be to take the control of the asset themselves and sell it themselves. Now, the banks are quite stupid in the fact that they try to act as the controller through the LPO receiver, but they actually lose money, because they lose money in appointing the LPO receiver, they lose money in putting the property up on the market, not understanding the value of the asset. The obvious issue being that a mortgagor will obviously try to sell the property for a higher value, because they have an interest in trying to minimize their losses, whereas an LPO receiver doesn't really care. There's lots of problems associated around that, and the fact that when the LPO receiver has been appointed by the lender then is normally fixated in just either collecting rental income to reduce the debt, or selling it to basically realize the debt, so that they know how much money you owe them. And if you've got more than one property, normally they go around with that unpaid amount to offset it against any asset you've got that does have equity in it. Some lenders would go as far as applying charges on personal properties and houses and other assets, if they come to know what you own, in order to secure any shortfalls, and therefore they may be a bit more flexible in giving you the properties back, because they know whatever happens, they will get their money out. But in the majority, lenders are not really going to let go of the asset, because they've already decided that you are not to be trusted or allowed controls, even though your life and your income and your daily expenses may depend upon it. They don't really care. It is a very sorry state of affairs, but it is what it is.